Hello everybody, this is Toys R Us, and for this new figure unboxing and review we're going to be looking at the Legacy United. This is Cyberverse Deluxe Windblade. So in this video we're going to have a detailed look at her in both of the modes, help you decide how you want to display it. We're going to have a look at all the accessories that come with her and again how you can use them. Because she's Windblade, there's quite a few other versions of this character that have been revealed, so we can do some comparisons with some of them. We can also bring in some of the other figures from similar toy lines and other ones just to see how she scales and indeed displays. So before we get started, I'd like to remind anybody who's not subscribed to the channel, if I'd hit that subscribe button for me now please, because it really will help me out. Well, couldn't wait to get my hands on this particular figure, so as you can see I've opened her up already, but what I want to very quickly show you is the beautiful box artwork. So because we've got the bot mode at the front, we've got the alternate mode there, amazing artwork, and there again we've got the full body with the bust on the fold around the side. This of course is the new Legacy United artwork, which again we know pretty much most of these characters now, and again it's looking spectacular. We can also see she's going to take 16 steps to transform, and I'm going to be uploading a separate tutorial video for you guys to use as well if you want to. Right, so when she comes in the box, one thing you do need to do straight after is just fold this up like that, and then pretty much everything else isn't, well, it's pretty much like that to be fair, so there's not much more to maneuver around. The accessories come wrapped in this on the inside of the box, and we've got her head fan, which also doubles up as a fan. I'll show you that in a second. And indeed, of course, her beautiful looking sword. The instructions are there as well. Right, on to first impressions. First impressions, I think she looks great. I think the colour scheme is fantastic. I really like it. I like this character. When I came back to collecting Transformers, obviously she was somebody who had not heard of, so it was really interesting to read about her and indeed just to see her, because I think again great character and looks amazing. The head is on a ball and socket, you can see there, so it will spin all the way around. She can look up and down, no issues whatsoever. There is articulation at the shoulders, you can go the full T like that. The wings, as you can see, can move up and down. You can't really twizzle them round as in up like that, but you can turn the fans around. You can see there on swivels. This is to either give you show or toy accurate coloured fans. There is a waist swivel. I forgot to say there was a shoulder swivel, a bicep flexion, and we've even got a wrist swivel on a deluxe figure. That maybe makes up for the fact that you can't go all the way around. You can go far enough back and far enough under, but the rest of the movement is of course hindered by these wings and this backpack. We've just seen the waist swivel. The legs will go full splits to the side, and indeed by the looks of it, because the kibble's not going to get in the way, to the back as well, in fact past it. There's a big knee bend there, you can see that might have just, no, I thought it might have just come out, but it hasn't. Or has it? Let's have a quick look. No, that wasn't fully in. So yeah, there you go. There shouldn't be that gap there at all. There we go. So there's no visible huge gaps on this figure, which again for a deluxe is really good. There's no gaps in the forearm apart from actual proper 5mm ports. She's got an abundance of 5mm ports. 2 on the underside of each wing, on the back of the forearms, on the thighs, and it's ironic enough because she doesn't really come with any actual guns. So we'll have a look at how the accessories work in a second when we come back later on, but for now, as far as first impressions go, she looks amazing. As I say, that's like a reflective gunmetal grey. I think the paint apps are on her are brilliant, and as we've just seen, there isn't any real gaps on her, so very impressed first impressions. Let's have a look at it in her alternate mode. Okay, we're back in her alternate mode and she is stunning. As I've already said, there's a separate tutorial video up if you want to see the transformation process. The jet itself is quite clever, to be honest, and what I mean by that is the transformation process. It does take similar traits from other figures, but again what I like about it is the fact that pretty much it's all tucked away nice and neat. I mean, yes, we can see that there's hands there, but you can see there's actually something for them to hold on to, and of course you can gather that the head is tucked away there. However, as I say, it all fits together really nicely. You've still got the choice, again, if you want to, you can spin these round, have them however you want to. That's just another little, I think that's just a nice little touch, because it doesn't have to be there, and I know there's certain people who would prefer either way. So it's a bit like the ongoing discussion at the moment with the new Sandstorm. Do we want a comic or a toy head? With this, you get the choice of which side you want the fans to be coloured. Right, so with regards to accessories though and things, you can, I believe, store this under there. It doesn't store the greatest under there. It's not supposed to. You won't see that in the instructions. That was just something that I saw there and thought, can you do it? And in fact, you obviously can. Now you can also store it. See them two tabs there either side? There's two little cutouts there. If I point to that, right on the inside there, so this can look like a jet thrust stream as well. I think it's got a proper name. I'll see if I can remember it before I do the end of the video. You can pop that there, so again it looks like maybe a trail, and it's not too bad. To be fair, of course this could also be on a head and be tucked up, no problem whatsoever. I've just kept it out for now because I'm going to be showing you how to attach it and what to do with it in the next part. With regards, as I say though, to all of these extra ports, I'm just grabbing my usual trusty drag strip weapons that are here. As I say, there is so many 5mm ports here, it's insane. So I imagine that there's going to be some crazy concoctions, combining things, perhaps done of course by Bot Bender, etc. I'm just seeing what other ones have we got. I'll just put the two drag strip ones in, to be fair, but you can put anything in there: fossilizers, weaponizers, rock lords, battle masters, anything. And again, it will fit there with the abundance. There's another two holes there as well that you can also put things in, so you're gonna have a lot of fun with this. And the two on the side, they might be a little bit more difficult to get to. Yeah, they are, but they are there. So as I say, with regards to alternate modes, you've got a translucent plastic cockpit. I don't know if that'll annoy people or not. For me, I don't mind it at all. You can even see molding details of seats inside there though, so that's pretty good and nice to see. I don't know, alternate mode, I think it looks great, but I very rarely do display my figures in alternate mode. But as I've said in the first part of the video, this part of the video, it's good. Everything's tucked away quite neatly, and yeah, it holds together really well. And there's not much more to say about this particular mode. Let's do a couple of quick size comparisons. There is a deluxe drag strip, so that gives you an idea. It's quite a big deluxe alternate mode, which, let's be honest, it should be, because it's a jet, so it's much bigger than your other little deluxe figures that we're used to seeing. Right, that's all there is to say about this particular mode. Let's come back and see how she looks with her accessories. Okay, back for the final time with her in a robot mode. Let's see how she looks with her accessories and compared with some other figures. So yeah, remember the name of this. This is the Stormfall sword. So you can do the real obvious. What I mean by real obvious is just pop it into her hand. Now the good thing what I've seen so far with this is, even though it's quite a big sword, because of I suppose the base that she's got, that you can pop her feet down. Even though I'm not the greatest poser of figures, I openly admit that, she will balance no problem whatsoever. I suppose the surface area on the floor keeps her balance, so that's really good. Very quickly, before we put the fan on her head, she can in fact, funnily enough, if you wanted to, you can pop it into her hand. Is it this one or is it the other one? I'm sure you can put it in one, but there you go. And it can in fact be used as a real fan. But I'm sure most of you are going to do exactly what I'm going to do via this little tab there that's on the back of that. That's going to fit into the cutout onto the back of her head like so. There we go. That's going to fit there. So that's pretty much what I'd more associate her to look like, to be honest. I also think I'm going to rotate these around. I haven't really got an affinity to either. I'm just going for pure aesthetics. I think that does, it's really good because it sort of matches with the shins. I just prefer that as a color based scheme. Funnily enough, in the picture on the back of the box, they're not going with that. I'm going with that, as I say, mainly down for aesthetics. Very quickly with the sword, that was the tab that I tried. So you could put it if you wanted to there at the back, but that looks really awkward. Where you can put it properly, you can have it holstered at the top of the thighs like so. So you really can, that is intended supposed to be there. It's not, you know, just luckily enough like the hole on the back is same sort of size. You can holster the sword there if you wanted to. You can also, again, I've got drag strips guns, put any 5mm weapons in any of these ports. Even at the front, it would be a shame. I think they're missing something. If you could just rotate this slightly 90 degrees, you could then obviously put these on and things and have them coming on like that. That would be, I think, a really good sort of display, but obviously that's not what she's supposed to look like. So you could also, as well, like I said, in the transformation process, there's a couple of ways that you can have these shoulder pads. You can have them, I wouldn't say have them down, that is mainly for transformation, but there's one notch there 2 notches there, and then there's a load of maneuverability that you can choose for yourselves to best display her. Right, this is going to be quite interesting because, funnily enough, these Windblades I really struggle to get to stand up. So it's nice to have a Windblade that will do exactly that for me, just stand up. Right, so this one is the Thrilling 31. She isn't standing very well at all. I think that's her first toy incarnate, to be fair. Please correct me if I'm wrong. I'm pretty sure that she might have came out in that before Cyberverse. I may be totally wrong, guys. Just let me know if I am. And then we've got the Titan's Return version, where for some reason her head is a Titan Master, which isn't really what I like with this particular, I suppose, toy. But you can see straight away, look how she's improved over the years. And I know these are Generations ones compared to the others. What I mean by that is there is other Cyberverse versions of it which I don't have. Right, that's her compared with them. Easily just as good. In fact, probably one of the best, to be honest. Right, I'm going to pop her sword in this hand as well. I'm going to keep it in there. So these particular figures I'm going to show you now are not to scale at all. These are just to give you an idea of how big she is, because lots of people who watch this channel collect different figures, all from different toy companies, all with varying sizes. So we've got Iron Factory, we've got New Age. Where's my magic square gone? He must have fell off somewhere. I'm going to find one in a second. Let me bring up an Iron Factory. Let me bring up some official figures while I'm here at the same time. So there's a normal core class figure. So as you'd expect, that sort of size, a little bit smaller than the core class. Where has he gone? I've lost Trailbreaker. I have lost Trailbreaker. That's another New Age figure, which gives you again the idea of the scale and the size. But let's bring in some official figures. So we've got Generation 1 Bumblebee, we've got Generation 1 Optimus Prime, we've got current other deluxe figure, so yeah, pretty much about that same size. A Voyager class from the last load of the figures, as you'd expect, all scaling pretty well together. There's a leader class, so yeah, that's your deluxe size. That gives you an idea, as I say, of how big she is. This is my first one of the deluxes from Legacy United, and of course she did not disappoint, nor did I expect her to. I want you guys to let me know what you think of it in the comments. Most of you have probably seen her, to be fair, because we seem to be quite late for some reason in the UK, unusually with these, but there she is. This is Legacy United Deluxe Class Cyberverse Windblade. Let me know what you think of it in the comments, guys. Take care.